I'm going to show you how the loop until works. This is our fourth symbol of the NS chart. Okay, so let's go through that and see. Okay, in this one we're going to do the loop until. Now already we have done the loop while and shown you. So this time it's going to be loop until. Okay, so once again to show you, we have these same instruction sets: the show, get, and the arrow, doing screen and keyboard input and assignment of values to the variables, plus the four symbols we have: the process, decision, the loop while, and the loop until. So now we are going to do the loop until part. Okay, so to understand this, let's directly do a same program like what we did in the loop while. This time we'll use the loop until and do the same thing. Okay, print 25 5 times. So there you are. And if you notice, the loop until is the other way around, because now in the loop while the condition comes in the beginning. So here this is the looping part. The condition would have come right on top in the loop while, but in the loop until you do like this and the condition is put here. So this is what's going to happen. And the major difference, if you look at it, that you see between the loop while and loop until is, when you use loop while, immediately as soon as it gets into the loop, the condition is checked. If the condition is true only, the loop will be done even at least once. If the condition is false the first time itself, the loop will never be done at all. Whatever inside the loop will never happen, because as it enters the loop, the condition is false, it comes out of the loop. So nothing in the loop part happens at all. But if you do loop until, you definitely make sure the looping part or this area gets at least done once. See, because after doing this num assignment of 0 value to num, you directly go in here. You don't check the condition. So whether the number is 1000 or less than 5 or greater than 5 or equal to 5, nothing matters. As soon as it does this, it enters into the loop. So the loop will be at least done once. This will be done, this will be done, then only the condition will be checked. And the condition checking, if it becomes true, it will do the loop the second time. Then third time again check, do the third time, fourth time, fifth time. So as long as the condition is true here, it will start the loop once again. So that is the main difference. In the loop while, condition is checked right at the beginning and it enters the loop only if the condition is true. So there is a good chance if the condition is false, loop part will never be executed at all if you put it in the loop while. But if you put it in the loop until, whether the condition is true or not doesn't matter, because it never gets checked at the beginning. So immediately once, this will definitely be done. Subsequently only, whenever the condition is true only, it will keep on repeating, just like the loop while. And the other thing is, like I told you, in the loop while also, you cannot exit the loop without checking the condition. Right at the top, it checks the condition. If the condition is true, it enters into the loop. If it is false, comes out of the loop. So only way to come out of a loop is if the condition is false. So here also it's the same thing. After doing this, this condition will be checked, and it will never go down unless the condition is false. If the condition is true, it will start here. If the condition is false only, it will exit to the line following that. Okay, so just remember that in whichever loop while or loop until, it will never come out of the loop without the condition being false. So as long as the condition is true, it will keep on repeating the loop over and over again. Every time it checks it, repeats it, checks it, repeats it, checks it, repeats it. So that's going to happen. The only difference between the loop while and the loop until is, loop while checks the condition right at the beginning, loop until checks the condition at the bottom. Other than that, whatever you write in the middle are similar things. You can write whatever you like, write in the loop while here, and whatever you write in the loop until in the loop while as well. So no issue. Okay, so here we have a condition like this, and our objective is we are going to print number 25 5 times using the loop until. So that's why I use the loop until and end it. So this is my flowchart. So we need the screen because show is there, so we need to have some show something, and we have a variable called num. So those two are created, right? So let's try run it. Start, nothing happens, just beginning. Assign 0 to num, so num will become 0. Then go to the next line. See, it directly enters into the loop. This is the loop part now. It enters into the loop part without checking any condition. Just goes in. So show 25, 25 appears on the screen. Then it goes to the next line. Num equals num, now assign num plus 1 to num. So that is increment num by 1. So this will become 0 and it becomes 1. Then goes to check the condition. Is num less than 5? Yes. Num is 1, so less than 5. So condition is true. So it won't come out. Instead, it goes to the beginning of the loop, which says show 25. So again, 25 is shown. Then go to the next line. Increment num by 1. So num will become 2 now. Then go to the change condition. Is it less than 5? Yes, 2. Less than 5. So again, beginning of the condition, beginning of the loop, show 25. So 25 appears here. Go to the next line. Increment num by 1. So num becomes 3. Again, go to the condition, check. Is it less than 5? Yes. This is 3, so it's less. So goes back to the beginning of the loop, which is show 25. So show 25 happens, then goes to the next line, increment num by 1. So this becomes 4, and then go to the condition and check. Is this num less than 5? Yes, num is 4, so it is less. So again, go to the beginning of the loop, show 25. 25 is shown. Then go to the next line, increment num by 1. So this will become 5. Then go to this. Is num less than 5? No, num is equal. So now the condition is false. So this time it won't go to the beginning. Instead, it will come out to the loop, and that happens to be the end line. And then you have the end of the dry run. So the dry running is almost similar to the loop while, same thing. I mean, there is no difference. Only thing is where the condition is checked. And always remember, loop until whatever in the loop will definitely happen once. Whether the condition is true or not doesn't matter, because first time it will happen, subsequently only the checking will happen. So if we have a program where we have to check, we have to make sure it is done at least once, and then the checking is done afterwards, then we can use the loop until. But right at the beginning itself, you want to make sure if the condition is true only, whatever the loop part has to be done, then you have to use the loop while. So decide on your requirement. Okay, you can either use this or that. So now here I have in my previous thing, I showed you the same thing using the loop while also, and now I have printed it using the loop until as well, printing the same number 5 times. So either way you can do it, but you have to sometimes you can either use this or that. But in certain cases, like I told you, if you want it to be done at least once, the looping part, then you have to use the loop until and go through. So let's go